I guess with only two.
Yeah, hi, Chris.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you. Yeah, it's good. Yes.
Oh,
Cool.
there we go. There's some others.
Yeah, we have some more. Yeah, it's good. It's good to have this room to have a chat about image signal processing. So Chris, are you from the?
Yeah.
So I'm from UCS. It's,
yeah, I'm too. I'm working. I'm the research fellow of MC.
Oh wow, nice.
So I work currently. My background is biomedical engineering, but I'm currently working on well, a mixture of both. So we're trying to get biomedical signals from image processing, and so biomedical signals is fine, but image processing is kind of a new thing for me. Well, it works right now quite well. So we get a heart rate, or at least estimate the heart rate, respiratory rate. We get eye gaze, and we get eye blinks. So using a normal camera, and so far I'm just looking for, well, maybe people that know a bit more about image processing, because like I said, I worked before on brain-computer interfaces, so mainly EEG and stuff like that. So the biomedical side, and yeah.
Okay.
Anybody that's in the field or interested or trying to do something like that, or wants to use it, because I mean, if you're a clinician, I'm not sure, you're probably not, but it's somebody else. It might be interesting to see on a, I mean, you just have to put a camera somewhere and see what it does. As long as you don't move too much as a person, the camera should be able to record you all the time and get good signals.
Cool. It's good. Yeah. So I'm. Yeah. So my main. Hello, hi everyone. Yeah, just feel free to speak if you to jump in if you have any questions and things. So I'm basically doing. My background is mathematics. So it's applied mathematics. So I'm using mathematical ways to do image signal processing. Problems. So yeah, but some of the methods and things that we use and that we develop is kind of like close related to medical imaging, for example. So we did some projects before, like to do prostate cancer research. So it's like a segmentation program to, for example, to segment the cancer area. So from the kind of like CT images and things.
Okay. Yeah.
So, but the problem is like, so the patient need to be treated, and then at that moment, there's some image taken, and then we need to, use the algorithm to quickly identify the area of the cancer, the prostate, for example. But to deliver the dose to the cancer area, so it's like that kind of plan should be done before the patient came in. So so that's kind of like a problem also need to be solved using registration techniques.
Okay.
So that means registration and then segmentation. So it seems like just one example. So we register the pre-collected data to the data collected when the patient got their treatment, and then map, also kind of like register all the plans that the doctor made before. I mean, during the treatment, after the registration, the dose that need to be used to treat the cancer area will also be registered, so sort of thing. Yeah. So this means segmentation registration techniques that we developed is kind of useful in medical imaging to deal with the prostate cancer. So it's lots of algorithms. I don't know. Some people they like at the moment, right? The deep learning and sort of techniques, machine learning techniques is very kind of like popular, but in practice, actually, it's still far away from the real real application. So I think it's in some cases maybe it's at the beginning of these deep learning techniques to be used in practice, but most of the problem medical imaging, for example, they can't actually have any real use in practice. So it's just because I don't know. From my point of view, it's like different hospitals and different. So for example, different hospitals, right? So they have different equipment, or maybe some parameter in the equipment is different. So that means the data that they collect is quite different.
Yep.
So
of
the
course.
methods actually also need to be adapted so that it will work for different hospitals or different clinics, so that they can do that. So that's a big challenge, actually.
That's especially I come from EEG, and EEG is like from each person different, and that's why the whole transfer learning is now getting slowly bigger, but it's still not working the way we want to. And I assume it's the same. I mean, I know that, for example, we haven't tried it, but if you use different amplifiers, it will be the same. So the same as you using a different CT or a different parameter there, and your image processing fails because it. The ideal solution would probably be to train a neural, like Facebook, train a neural network on like millions of billions of data of all different CT scanners, and then you probably could do it. But that will take so much effort, and probably costs way too much compared to just letting a human being watch over it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. So it's the problem actually that we are very interested in. So, but it's really. Oh yeah,
Yang, if you wanna come say something or talk to us.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Feel free to share what you want.
I just come here to make some friends. Yeah, just Professor A. Chapman to invite me to add the audience to this workshop. Very great workshop, and I'm come from University of Oxford, Norfolk Department of Medicine, and my research is focused on the computational pathology on. Basically is focused on some image analyzing some biopsy images, and usually the biopsy images is very huge. They have millions of pixels, so and we cannot to collect some tile level, patch level, detailed features, detailed labels for each slide, and we only have the slide level annotation. So we usually do some weakly supervised image processing algorithm to apply on that. So yeah. Since we don't have too much time to talk.
I found it.
I
found it
come
also
here to make some friends and leave my email. Yeah, and I'm very happy to find some more opportunity to talk with.
Yeah, I also found it a bit weird in the setting that we have 20 minutes to only talk. I mean, in theory, each of us could probably talk hours about our research, and then another hour about what we could collaborate on or something, even though our three fields are quite different, because mine is real-time processing, and I think you both do not really real-time. Or is this the CT scans, are they real-time, or are they?
The real-time actually is the ideal case, but we
actually
can't actually really.
That's one of my problems right now, because I can have the most sophisticated techniques. If they don't work in real time, then it doesn't help for me, because I want to have the evaluation. I mean, the heart rate has to be evaluated at the same time. Or if you blink an eye, it doesn't help me if I 5 minutes later know that you blinked your eye. It doesn't help. So
it's quite challenging to get all the methods and things working in real time. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's why I'm mostly using stuff that already has been proven that works, and not. I mean, I couldn't develop a way on my own anyway, because that would take weeks or months to get something done.
Yes, definitely.
Yep.
So it's So it definitely. I mean, this kind of discussion and collaboration is really important, because actually different people, they have different algorithms, or maybe they have different data sets, right? And then they try different algorithms, and they actually adapted the algorithms and things a little bit so that it works on their data set. But actually that algorithm and things may not actually work at all for other data sets. So there's no general part that people can share and can use so that, will save the time and things, right? Yeah.
Especially in the medicine field where you can't just have millions of data samples. You get like, I don't know, I know for EEG, it takes half an hour to get a person done with EEG, then you can record. Meaning you don't get like 100 people for a study, you get maybe like 20 max. So it is challenging, and then you obviously picked the parameters that work well for your sample, but that doesn't necessarily work with everybody else. So it is challenging. You do what you can, and sadly the science, I would say, infrastructure is not made. For example, if you have a new picture, you will have a new method. You want to test that method, it doesn't work. What do? You put everything in a trash bin and you go to the next one. What you should do is like you write a one-page paper. We've tried that. This parameters didn't work. Publish it somewhere, wherever. But that's what everybody can look. Hey, cool, they tried it. We don't have to do it again. That would be cool. But nobody wants to do it. I mean, it sucks because so many results that don't work that people try 50 times or whatever.
Yes, very interesting that. So I think that most of that, are focused on some different data type, different data mode, and I think it's a good idea that if we can build some connection between different features on the. For example, we have a lot of data from CT images, and but we don't have too much on biopsy. But if we can transfer some knowledge from the CT and build a connection between.
So Yang, are you an engineer or are you a medic?
I was in department engineering, but right now I'm in Northfield department of medicine. But I always in same group.
But your background is engineering, yeah?
Yeah. All right. So I cannot see your email, but we can.
No. I'm just asking. Your background is clinical or your background is engineering?
My background is engineering. My background is neural network.
Okay.
Computer science. Yeah,
sure. Good. Okay. So we have. So we have to. I have a meeting at 12 with someone else. I should leave. I think in 30 seconds. It was very good to see you all. So I just log out completely because I have to go to another meeting.
All right.
Yeah. Okay. No worries.
Bye-bye.
Take a session. Yeah. Okay.
We have to go back in 2 minutes anyway. So
So it's. I mean, it's.
It's a bit sad that we didn't have somebody from the clinician side here, because then we would have like actually applications for our stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I mean, it's always good to talk to people that work in a similar field. Well, anyway, I think it's at 12 years.
Hi, professors. Could you leave the email on the chat room, and because I'm from outside, maybe.
Oh yeah, sure.
Maybe when the meeting stopped, it just all disappeared. Oh, thanks.
Okay. Yeah, it's my email account. Yeah. Just feel free to email. Yes. Share some problems, and then we can,
yes, that's a good idea to find some other time to discuss some potential idea of collaboration.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys you're very, very close, like with the CT scans or something like that. I'm a bit more further away from that, but that's. All right. I guess we have to go back.
Oh yeah, we have to go back. Yeah. Take care.
Bye.
Yeah. Cheers.
Cheers.